Yeah, 30 minutes. We could do 30 minutes. Feel me? I'm trying to record, man. My iPhone is tapped up because every time I try to record, I'm talking about this is part 2 of is my story to tell. Guess what happens? The phone shuts off. It does not want me to record. It doesn't want you niggas to hear the truth, man. Truth be killing these niggas. These niggas be living the lie. It's my story to tell, man. Let me speak to y'all, man. They been kicking me and beating me up all day, man. That's something they don't want me to tell. Feel me? But I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about people integrity. You feel me? The things that you do when nobody else is watching. You feel me? Is you that nigga? Woo! You hear that noise? You feel me? Trying to tell y'all niggas a story out here, feel me? Shout out to people who have some, what the fuck, spider web. The fuck off me. Shout out to the people who have some integrity that is not, you know what I mean? You're not out there just stealing just to steal. Feel me? There's a lot of people out there who steal to survive, I guess. It's not even about surviving no more. If you're already surviving, what's the point of doing it? You feel me? That's why it's so dangerous. Because I was talking about experience. You feel me? Yeah, the experience that you gain makes you a better person, especially if it's good experience. You feel me? Now the old version of you is going to be fighting the newest version of you. The old version of you is your weak self. You've been the old version of you for so long that you give it strength to fight your new version. It's not trying to give itself away. It's not going to just disappear. You feel me? It's just not going to vanish and disappear and act and let you become this new version of you when you gain information and start to do right. You feel me? When you start to realize, nah, stealing is wrong. You feel me? When you start to really think and be like, nah, like if I already got a good job, then why am I taking something from somebody else? You feel me? Stealing can range from a lot of things. Look at the definition of stealing. And if you take something or stop somebody else's opportunity or you hating on somebody else, these are all stealing. You feel me? So once you come into the truth itself, you get to realize like, damn, shit, that shit will probably make you shed some tears. Because it's like you will be crying. Not cause you feel sad. You'll be crying for the person that you used to be. You will cry for the version of you that you have already gotten rid of. That's your weak self. You feel me? I ain't gonna shout out nobody because they be hating. But like I said, I want to give shout out to people who inspired me and everything else like that. But truth of the matter, whenever you shout out these people who take these kind of topics very personal because they feel guilty and they feel guilty by the things that you're saying. So if you shout somebody else out, they're gonna take that hate on that person too. So I'm just gonna keep it PG-13. That's all. You feel me? We ain't gonna do no rated R shouting out shit for no shootout, not shout out. Rated R, PG-13. But look, man, your old version, once you learn a new information about it, once you come into the higher realm of high divine thinking, and you decide like, you know what? I know that in my past, when I didn't know much, I felt like it was necessary for me to take without a cause. I believe if somebody is hungry and you have no choice and there's food and people don't want to give you the food, then you can take it. Feel me? It has to be your last resort. You feel me? Let me repeat this. I do not approve of it, but if you have to, it's food. You feel me? But if you already have enough and you working and you got money coming in already, there's no need for you to go ahead and steal. There's people out there who do this. Families that do this shit. You feel me? And just because I'm saying this doesn't mean that you need to attack me for the things that I'm speaking on. Feel me? Just don't. I have not mentioned nobody's name. I ain't say Joe. I ain't say Steven. I ain't say Tyrone. I ain't say Rodriguez or Jose. Feel me? I'm speaking in general. So if you're feeling guilty about what is going on, that means that you need to check yourself and make sure that you don't feel as guilty as I make you feel, because that's not my intention. My intention is for you to, fight your weakest self. It's a lot of things can seem easy. It could seem easy to take advantage of that girl who's drunk and laying down and steal from her. But yet, you don't have to go through with that, right? You feel me? There's integrity involved. You feel me? If the person, it's easy for you to beat somebody while they're sleeping. That's easy. But if you cannot do that in front of the person's face, then there's no need for that. You feel me? These are just common sense things that you think everybody has, but a lot of people they've been through so much hurt. They've been through so much trauma. Feel me? It's been passed on from generation to generation that they feel like they have to do these things. Although their kids haven't gone through that, it's the person that taught them or raised them. 194. You feel me? It's the person that taught them or raised them that has them traumatized, and they think they're really going through this shit, and they're not really going through. They never went through anything. If anything, these niggas is privileged. You feel me? But yet they feel like you feel me? If you feel guilty about what I'm saying, you got problems, bro. You got huge problems. You feel me? That means that you know what I mean? That's something you need to work on. Don't be mad at me because I'm saying it out loud. You have to work on these things. You feel me? Now, you can try to hurt me and beat me up and everything else, but that point or that fact, that's not go away. This is something you got to work on. Don't fight me. Fight your weakest self. Fight fight your old version. Your weakest form, because you still living in your weakest form. So your weakest form is gaining strength with every fight that you fight against me. You give it the right to think that he is right, or she is right, or it is right, or they are right. You feel me? You give it the fight to think that. When you fight me, you give it the right to think that it is right. By the time you realize, I'm gonna breathe. By the time you realize that, sorry, I keep saying that. Y'all keep getting distracted. By the time you realize that that was your old version and you become this new person, your old self, which is your weak self, has gained so much strength that it will take that much harder for you to defeat it. Because you're taking on a habit, and that habit seeks into your behavior. And it's very hard to get rid of a behavior regardless of the new information that comes in. That's why narcissists, even when they reach a certain age, and when they kick out of that narcissist behavior, the diagnosis, that disorder of being a narcissist, they never get rid of the behavior that they've learned throughout those years. That's what the psychologist is saying. You feel me? I'm not gonna shout nobody out. Feel me? So at a certain age, they break out of it, but it's very old. But they never get rid of the behavior that they pick up during that journey. That's your weak version itself. The longer you stay in your weakest version, the more strength you give it. Who would have thought weakness had a strength? You feel me? Think about it. I know these niggas be tight. Who would have thought that? You got to think. These are questions that, you feel me? That's because you give it strength. You constantly acknowledging it. You constantly giving it praise when it doesn't deserve any praise. You constantly standing up for it. Let it pass. Let it pass. Let it pass. You can laugh at me all you want, man. But nobody can say it like the way I'm saying it. Feel me? Half of these niggas can't even stop smoking weed. You feel me? Like, can you do what I do? You can't do what I do. A lot of niggas just want to laugh because they don't understand what I'm saying, or they can't even comprehend what I'm preaching. To them, it's like, what the fuck is he talking about? Yo, this nigga be talking about nothing. But at the same time, there's people in high places that really get what I'm saying. Feel me? So you can't even conquer yourself. You can't even stop smoking weed. You feel me? That very act alone is weak. Not smoking weed is weak. You can't even put it down, which means you have no self-control about the things that you put in you and put out of you. You feel me? You can't put that shit down. Like, that's a weakness. That shit has defeated you. Your weakness has defeated you. It's in control of you. You feel me? But once you put that down, you have control over it, and you can pick it up when you want to. That's when you see your weakest version, and you be like, wow, this new version of me has defeated the weakest version of me. And when you're looking at it, you be like, damn, even this new let's break it down. Look, your old self is your weak version. This is when you gain a new knowledge, and you start getting up in your knowledge, right? You become a new version of you because you've gained a knowledge where it has forced you to change a habit. It has forced you to change the way you think and see things, right? Boom. Now, you come into your new version. Now, in that new version, it's a domain. It's a place where you're dwelling at. Now you fighting your old self, because your old self has been with you for so long. There is lingering of debris that is still around, because it's a behavior that you have to overcome. So you fighting your old self as a new version of you. You enlightening. You doing better. Now, actually, the longer you let it pass. And pass. The longer you stay in this new version of you, you get to defeat the old version of you. Now, this new version of you, when you stay in there, you will gain experience in that new version of you. Now, that new version of you is also going to become old, because all you're going to do is just levitate and go to the next level. And now, what used to be new is going to become old, and you have to fight that new version of you again, and you have to levitate that again. So don't ever get too comfortable. Once you defeat the old version, the old version of you, you get to see that this is an alignment issue. You don't get too attached to learning something new. It's always about learning. It's always about moving forward. You feel me? Some people get too attached to the information that they got, and they start going kumbaya and wearing leaves. they go all out. It's crazy. You feel me? You don't go crazy with the information. It's only you are in alignment. You like a shepherd. You like a sheep following the shepherd. How can in the Bible a shepherd leave 99 sheep to go after one sheep? How is that even possible? Does that even make mathematically? It doesn't even make sense for me to leave my 99 sheep who are in obedience with me just to go after the one who left the rest of the herd. You feel me? The reason why, because the 99 sheep was in alignment with the shepherd itself. So when the shepherd tell them to stay, they are going to stay. They have no choice but to stay, because they listen to the voice of the shepherd. Oh, no, hold on. Let me see something. I'm not sure. I know, but I gotta check something out real quick. Hold on, y'all. Alright, back to y'all. Fuck it, the store's closed. I was going to 7-Eleven. Anyway, how can the 99 sheep stay? Like I was saying, how can the 99 sheep stay there and wait? Because they are in alignment with their shepherd. Feel me? You have to be in alignment with the new information that is in there. You stay there for a while, learn what you need to learn, and move on to the next one. You feel me? The reason why the shepherd went for the other one, because he needed to get some new information. That's how he got to man God. He met God and everything else in a burning bush. You know the story. If you don't know the story, Google the story of the shepherd who left 99 sheep to go. I'm gonna go more on that, but I want to stay focused on the story itself, because I be deviating a lot. You feel me? Anyway, look. How not how. You have to be in alignment with the new information. And once that information changes, you have to go forward and move on with that new information, because the information is only going to get better as you gain knowledge. Sometimes we come across informations where we don't understand what we're looking at, or we don't even understand what we're trying to comprehend. So we can only understand it where we are. Feel me? Let me repeat that for y'all in the back. For real, for real. Let me repeat that for y'all in the back, man. We come across information that at the time when we get the information, we can only understand it from the point of view where we at. You feel me? I can be on the side of the hill and I'm looking at sand and I'm looking at the battlefield and I'm seeing it from a different point of view. Now, if I climb up and go a little higher, I can see it from a better point of view. You feel me? So that's the same thing with information itself. We are, I would have made an example of that. But we are looking at the information, the newest version of ourselves. When we come into the alignment with the newest version of ourselves, we only looking at it from a different point of view. You feel me? We only looking at it from a different point of view. Your understanding is not quite there yet, because you still think that it's okay for you to take from somebody because you feel like they have enough and they wouldn't miss it. And sometimes they don't even have enough, but you feel like, well, it's mine's against yours. Mine's got to survive. Until you elevate and you go to another peak, and so you can see a better version of it. You feel me? It doesn't mean that you fell in love with that peak. You keep moving so you can get the best view of it, so you can become the better version of, so you can have a better perspective of what you're looking at, so you have a better strategy on how to move forward without having to take from somebody. That's not an educated man. An educated man is a man who goes out there to get his without cheating somebody else out of their shit. You feel me? Without robbing me of my liberty, you still went out there and get yours. If you rob me of my liberty and my peace just to get yours, you are not considered a successful or educated man. That's the definition of it. You feel me? Shout out to, I can't even shout nobody out right now. I can't shout up, can't shout nobody out. You feel me? Like, we have to understand what's going on out here. You feel me? That's what's going on out here. You feel me? We felt either we don't get the point, and when we get to the point, we fell in love with the point that we just got. It's a new information, so we feel like, oh, it's out. Like, you feel me? We just fell in love with it. Like this whole red pill thing, we done fell in love with the whole idea of the red pill and everything else like that. It's a new information that we just got. You feel me? And it's been around for a while. So it's like, when I say we just got, I'm talking about probably the information been around for 10 years. But we still in love with it, and we still driving that force. It's like, damn, nigga, let's move to another level and see it from another level. You feel me? Why don't we just comprehend it differently? We keep pushing the same information. Everybody's pushing it in a different way. And it's like, yo, let's see it from a different level, yo. Feel me? We have to levitate. We shouldn't spend that much amount of time trying to drive. No, once you get an idea out there, you push it out there. And you think about other ways to make that idea better. I know the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if I can make it better, why not? Add some more to it. Nothing is truly at its finest point. You feel me? Even an airplane can be worked on. It seems perfect. It seems normal. It seems like it can fly in the sky and everything else. But if I can change the fuel of the engine to something like fuel engine or electricity to save more energy and everything else, yeah, I'm going to add on to it. Now, it looked like it didn't need no fixing, but yeah, we adding on to it to make it a better and more efficient. Not efficient. You feel me? People fell in love with the information and where they at and their point of view, so they're not willing to change it. You feel me? They see it as, look, I have a family to take care of. You feel me? This is my mentality too. When I was back then, I call myself savage mode. You feel me? That's how I see niggas. So when I was dead in that space or that peak or that point of view, as I was thinking of my low vibrational thoughts, I was thinking, look, man, These people got it already. I got family to take care of. I was making all kinds of excuses. They got millions and then that. You feel me? I'm making all kinds of excuses just to take these amount of things, just to stuff it everywhere, brought a bag, extra bag. Feel me? Just to get a lot of these things and just walk out. You feel me? Like it was a normal behavior. Eventually, when you start doing this for a long time, you think it's normal. Like you actually wake up and go do these things. Like that shit is normal. And you brag about it. And people be actually writing down, like, yo, Jeff, I need you to get this for me. Yo. And people brag about these things. They be like, yo, Jeff, I need you to get this and get that. You get it for me, man. You my nigga, man. I need that for me. I need that. You feel me? They come to you so that you can get these things for them. You see how insane that shit sounds? But you have people that actually do this shit up to this day. You feel me? I know COVID-19 came and everything else like that, but it's still not an excuse. You just can't go into a store and start taking stuff. You created a habit that is irreversible. You're gonna need some will of fortune to twist that shit around. You feel me? Because that's a bad habit to pick up. That's all I'm saying. Y'all picking up on a habit that's very bad to reverse. Because you're going to come to a space and time where you think it's okay for you to do these things. And you're going to, like, you wouldn't even understand it when there's a better alternative. Because you be like, damn, nigga, I've been getting away with this for so long. Why the fuck would I change? You feel me? Like, y'all, you have to understand that. Do not pick up on behaviors where you put yourself in a compromised situation. I don't care if the law said it's okay. You put yourself in a compromised situation that when the law changes, you are fucked. You feel me? Don't ever get in a situation where you changing your behaviors because of the way the law is changing. This is why you gotta stay centered. You gotta stay level. You gotta follow the rules of yourself. Like you be like, I know this is wrong, so I'm not gonna do it. Even if the law said it's right or wrong. If the law said it was right for me to kill people, I still wouldn't kill nobody. Because I know it's wrong. I don't care what the law says. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying, right? So we do not steal just because they trying to pass a law that says that misdemeanor is lower. No, you don't do that. Yeah, we don't do shit like that, you feel me? Just because they said that misdemeanor is lower, you don't do shit like that. You don't. Don't do it, man, nigga, you feel me? Don't do it. It's just a trap. It's the biggest trap in America. They're just trying to trap you. They want to make you feel uncomfortable enough to keep taking. The next thing you know, they start cuffing you niggas. And guess what happened? Nobody's going to feel sorry for y'all niggas. They're going to be like, well, if it's not yours, you shouldn't have been taken. If we don't understand why they think that, and they start fucking looking at you niggas like y'all retarded type shit. That's cause y'all niggas fall into the trap and be like, you fall into a trap, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Nobody told you to take it. You decided to take it. You feel me? As I'm saying, like, fuck it. Don't buy into that. Don't be these niggas. Don't be like these niggas. They spying on people, stealing people's joy. You feel me? Raping people. You see what they do. You feel me? They're doing everything. Deceitfulness. You feel me? I come into the neighborhood, and I talk about neighborhood, I'm talking about whole Cali. You feel me? As soon as somebody come, they been had this kind of behavior in them. They were just looking for an excuse to just let it out. You feel me? What is the story that they're attaching to these things that these people feel so comfortable in doing this? That's what we need to be asking. I understand that. Hold on, I gotta check that out. Damn. Feel me? But anyway, I done talk enough. Plus, I only got 6 more minutes left. And I've been walking. My bus from that 2-hour walk that I've been walking, my bus is not just coming. So I would have waited there for 2 hours. But I decided to just walk for at least 2 hours. Well, I've been walking for more than 2 hours now. I've been walking for at least 3 hours. That's a fact. It's just light though. I still got a long way to go. Word up. Anyway, do not steal, man. Have some integrity, have some morals, have some dignity. Just because they make it seem like it's cool for you to do it doesn't mean that you should do it. You should have more in you than that. You feel me? I know it's a pandemic, so-called. I know times is hard, you feel me? But try other alternatives before you do such things. You feel me? What is the point of having other people buying stuff and you can just walk in and take from other people? What is the point? How come you don't ask yourself that? How come I can do it and other people cannot do it? And if you do that to somebody, is it okay for me to walk into your house and do that to you? You feel me? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. Before you do certain things, you got to ask yourself, is it okay for somebody to do this to me as I'm doing to somebody else? Simple questions. You feel me? And if the answer is no, if the answer makes you cringe, and be like, oh, I wouldn't want that for myself, then you shouldn't do that to nobody else. And don't think that, oh, I'm too superior for that to happen to me. Trust me on this one. Once you do it to somebody else, you've opened the door for it to happen to you. Plain and simple. You feel me? That's just how it works. You cannot do something to somebody else and expect it not to be done to you. You've given it a possibility, a much higher possibility for it to happen to you. You feel me? Understand that. You just can't do things and expect not. No, it doesn't work like that. You cannot steal, even whether you work or you run into the store and grabbing shit. We see that shit on the news, and the ones on the news is the one that's just being advertised right now. But there's a lot of people doing that shit at their job. A lot of people just taking stuff when it doesn't belong to them, taking other people's stuff when it doesn't belong to them. And all these things are wrong. You cannot be taking somebody's stuff when it does not belong to you. It does not belong to you. And there's nobody that needs to come around and tell you that it doesn't belong to you. It just don't belong to you. And if you take my shit and somebody else take your shit, then why do you feel so sad about it? You feel me? That's because it's wrong for you to have done that in the first place. That's why you feel so bad and mad about it. Should I have to run in your house and take something from you? How would you feel? You wouldn't like it at all. So why do you do it to somebody else? And I'm pretty sure you're going to make a lame excuse. Well, they can come in my house if they want to. Come on, that's the energy you're asking for. Like, ain't none of us RoboCops. You feel me? And some people are like, I don't have nothing in here, so they can come. Well, what you see it, that is nothing. Somebody see it as something. You feel me? Maybe those people that own the company see the things that you stole as nothing, but it still doesn't make it right for you to take it. You feel me? And I don't care what any Democratic governor says. Stealing is wrong, my nigga. You can't just come and take people and take. You see, they're trying to steal babies too. Like, this shit is crazy out there. Because the behavior is not being checked at its lowest form. Feel me? Because their point of view is very low, so they don't know that some people, when you give them an inch, they take a mile. Niggas is really trying to steal people's kid off the road. And it went from not checking the candy to a person trying to steal a whole kid and steal a whole human. Feel me? They've been doing that for years, but now it's just being out in the open. Now we seeing this shit happen. Real life people are actually reporting it, you feel me? We have to check this shit at the door. If niggas steal a candy, we check that shit at the door. So they won't end up stealing your kids. Because if it's not checked, the ignorance only grows larger when a person is not checked for their behavior. Guess what they do? They become bolder and bolder. Every time they get away with it, they become bolder. You feel me? And that's when they go into trafficking. That's also considered stealing, by the way. You're stealing a whole human being. They're stealing human parts. You feel me? Y'all niggas gotta understand the behavior because we're not checking it. We are actually encouraging it. Because we laugh about it and be like, that nigga crazy, B. Be like, yo, you slick with it, man. This nigga slick as hell, B. Yeah. But I got like 10 kids, and that's not an excuse, man. We can't excuse niggas for that shit no more. Feel me? You gotta check that shit at the door and make sure we correct it right away. So it doesn't end up being you getting kidnapped and nobody know what happened to you because we can't afford to check something little at somebody and we want to gaslight them and be like, yo, that's foul, son. How you did that, son? I can't believe that, man. You's a smooth one. They can't fuck with him. That boy slick, man. He got the fast hands. He got the nanotech. He just, feel me? Let's check that shit at the door. Stealing is bad, man. We supposed to be service of each other. Reciprocal. Not you take. Feel me? Don't be mad because it's not about you. If it's about you, then you need to change it. Don't be mad at me. Don't fight me. Because every time you fight me, you give your weakest self the strength for you to, it becomes that much harder for you to beat it. I'm out of here. I got 10 seconds. We're going to let it run out on its own course. 8 seconds and counting. Feel me? Now it's 8 seconds and counting. You dig? Just do it right, man. I don't know what to call it. Break on the floor.